Hey guys, happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Woohoo! I wanted to do a live video for you guys today. I did a post in my Facebook group yesterday asking what topics people were interested in, and the top things that were coming up were online marketing. So how to market online, how to get clients online. And I know a lot of people are new to this and really have no idea how to get started. So I want to talk about this. I want to give you guys some tips, let you know what I have found is very effective and what really is a complete waste of your time, energy, and money. When I started my business, I knew nothing about marketing in general. Hey, Tanisha. So glad you're here. Welcome. So the thing is, like, online marketing can be incredibly intimidating. And like I said, when I started my business, I barely even used Facebook or any social media. That wasn't my thing. I wasn't someone that was as an introvert as well. Like, I wasn't someone that was always like posting on social media, wasn't really like open about my life and kind of putting it out there. And so when it came to online marketing, this was like a big leap for me, like a big learning curve, because I did not know what I was doing. And I want to give you guys just like a little bit of a background too on why I even got interested in online marketing, which I think is why a lot of you are interested in online marketing too. But I had originally started my business working out of a clinic because I have a background in chiropractic and functional medicine, and that's what I got started doing. And when I was doing that, I, started asking around and kind of, people like, how do you get clients? Like, how do you market? Because I had never been taught any of this, going through chiropractic school. Hey, Sunny. And all of a sudden, like, I get out, and I had worked under some doctors first, but then I decided I want to start my business. I was like, oh my God, I have no idea how to market, how to grow a business, how to do any of this. And so I had to learn all of it. And what I did is I asked other people, like, what do you do? And they're like, go to networking events. Like, you have to start getting out in the community and like doing all these things. And originally I did have more of like an in-person business. So I started doing these things. I was going to like all these networking groups and like, oh my gosh, I hated it. I hated it. It was like terrible. It was like the worst thing ever. I literally like in the middle of a networking event, like had a breakdown and like ran out of the event. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. So that being said, like there is some awesome networking events. And since then I've gone to some ones that I really enjoy. But solely relying on them for clients just felt shitty to me. Like I did not like it. And it was just incredibly draining for me. Like as an introvert and someone who's like, I'd say highly sensitive, empathetic, like going to a bunch of networking events just like was not my thing. And so then I started looking at like, what are other options? And the other thing is that I really wanted to have a business that was location independent, because at the time I was in Wisconsin, and I didn't think I necessarily wanted to stay there. I wanted to be flexible to move and not, be confined to one area. So that's when I started finding online marketing and coaching and having a business that was really, that I could run from my laptop. And so then that was like a whole nother thing that I had to learn, like how do you start getting out there online? Like how do you get clients? How do you do this whole process? And so I really dove into learning all of this, so that I could run my business. And I will say, like, there was a big learning curve. And I did a lot of things that did not work. And I hear these same things from my clients. So a lot of times we can get stuck doing a lot of marketing online, creating a lot of content, doing things like blogging or even guest posting or being parts of like summits. Like I've done like all this shit. And a lot of it just really was not effective for me. Like it took a lot of time and energy and didn't necessarily result in clients. And so what happens, I think, for a lot of us is if we start doing a bunch of marketing, and we're not getting clients or we're not getting the results, we really start to question ourselves, and we start to question whether we have something good to offer, whether we have what it takes. Maybe something's wrong with us. Maybe we're missing something that other people have that we don't have, that's, causing us not to be successful, or our marketing not to work. And I find this happens a lot for people. And so we kind of get stuck into this like big self-doubt and really wondering if we can do what it takes to be effective online. If any of you guys have been there, let me know, because I know that like this definitely happened for me when I was learning how to do things in the beginning, and it was incredibly frustrating, and truly like I definitely questioned myself a lot. So what ended up happening is just through I did a lot of training. So I did a lot of working with other coaches and really learning about online marketing and what works and what doesn't, and having to try things out on my own. And I really did learn like what works pretty consistently for people and what doesn't. And the things that have really stuck out to me and that I teach my clients, because I know that they work, is having, so you're probably familiar with the terminology of having like a sales funnel. And the thing is, like, a sales funnel can look different for everyone. Like, you can kind of decide what your sales funnel is, but really like what your sales funnel means is that you have a process that you take people through from first finding you and really like even getting in front of those people so that they can find you, to actually becoming a paying client. And the thing is, if you don't have this in place, then you really don't have a way to start getting paying clients. And the thing is, like, you have to have the whole system in place. If you just have bits and pieces, it's not going to end up resulting in paying clients. So what do you need? Like, what are the different things that you do need to have in place and that you need to be clear on in order to effectively get paying clients? So I'm going to walk you through them, because there's a number of things that I've found like absolutely are essential that you need to be clear on and that you need to have in place in order for this process to work for you, in order for you to be able to get paying clients and to get them consistently. So number one is knowing who your ideal client is. I know you guys love that. Like, I talk about it all the time. So your ideal client is super important. It's what you design all your messaging around, all your content around, pretty much everything around. So if you don't know who your ideal client is, you don't know who you're speaking to, you don't know how to speak to them, because that's really important. You can know who your ideal client is and not know how to speak to them, not be clear on your messaging, and not be speaking to them in a way that resonates with them from where they are now. And so if this, number one, if this is not in place, none of your marketing is going to matter and none of it's going to work. It's your the online marketplace is huge, right? Like, we're literally in front of millions of people. And so if your marketing isn't really on point, if your messaging isn't really specific and really speaking to people, it's just going to go right by them and they're not even going to notice it. They're not even pay attention to it. Because the thing is, like, the online marketing place, yes, it is saturated with coaches and with people. That doesn't mean that there isn't room for you or me or any of us. There's enough room and clients for all of us, but you have to really stick out and be really specific on your messaging and really resonate with your clients in order to be successful. So that's the key. Like, it's never like, oh, there's too many other coaches or whatever and you can't be successful. That's never the case. Competition isn't a thing. Like, it doesn't exist. I mean, I don't believe it does. I believe we're all meant to work with the people that we're meant to work with. So don't be concerned with that. But the thing to be concerned with is my messaging on point? Do I know who my ideal client is? And am I speaking effectively to that person in a way that really resonates with them and inspires them to want to work with me? So let me know if that makes sense to you guys. And then so ideal client and messaging, and then the next piece is having a way to get in front of your ideal client. So once you know who that ideal client is, you need a way to be getting in front of that ideal client. You can't just be posting on your Facebook wall and be posting on Instagram and expect that all of a sudden you're going to build up this huge following, because the thing is, the people who are seeing what you're posting mostly is the people you're already connected to, like your friends and your family. And some of those people may potentially be clients, but a lot of those people probably aren't. Hey, Julie. Yay, so glad you're here. So if you're just posting on your wall and that's where you're just posting all your content on like Facebook and whatever, or you're blogging, like let's say you're blogging. Okay, who is seeing your blog? Probably like nobody, or your friends and family, like the same thing. So you need a way to be getting your content in front of the people who you want to be working with. And it's not just by posting. You can post all day, every day, and it isn't going to necessarily get you in front of the right people. So we need a way to be getting you in front of the people you want to be working with. And really what I teach people to do, because what I have found to be most effective is using Facebook ads. And so Facebook ads are a super, super effective way to be getting in front of the people that you want to be working with and that are looking for what you have to offer. Facebook ads allow you to be really specific about who you want to reach, and allows you to get your message in front of those exact people. And so it's a way to grow your business really quickly and to get in front of those people and be really specific. So as opposed to like going to a networking event where you're in front of like a whole bunch of random people, and very few of those people probably are your ideal client. Kind of same thing, like if you're posting on your Facebook wall, it's probably a very small percentage of the people that are seeing it are your ideal client. But when we start using Facebook ads, we can put your message in front of people who are your ideal client only, or like very, almost only. Like you can get really, really specific about it. So this is a super effective way to start getting your message in front of the people who are looking for what you have to offer. And then the next piece is, let's see, I had some notes. You need a way to get your clients or your potential clients, or the people who are in your community, then the leads that you got. So the new people who are your potential clients or your ideal clients, you need a way for them to be signing up to speak with you or for a free call, and having a process in place that works for that. And part of this goes into your messaging and your content and knowing how to like hook people and get them interested in knowing more about working with you. So really important to know how to do this and to do it effectively, because if you don't have a way to be getting people onto a call, that's really the way that we get clients, and really truly like the most effective way if you're wanting to work with like high-end prices and high-end, like I would say like high-end packages, and where you're working with people over an extended period of time and working with people in that way, you really the selling happens over a phone call. So you need a way to be inviting people onto a call with you, and inspiring people to want to sign up for a call with you. So a lot of this goes into your messaging and your content and the information that you're putting out there. And then the last piece is really knowing how to convert people on a call. So getting them on the call is like the first piece, but then knowing how to convert people on a call to an actual paying client. And this goes through being really good at sales. I'd say like sales, but it's really about connecting with your client and understanding like what their pain points are, understanding what it is that they want instead, and the process that you can walk someone through to get them from where they are now to where it is that they want to go. Hey, Molly. Molly knows all about this stuff. She's a pro. So that's really the process, like having all these pieces in place, your messaging, having a way to get in front of new people who are potential ideal clients, having a way to get people onto a phone call with you, and then converting those people to actual paying clients. And if you're missing like any of these pieces, the system just doesn't work. So I really, yeah, Molly, you like that one, right? But really, like I'm using Facebook right now, but Facebook has been an awesome tool. It's not the only thing I use. I highly recommend using, getting to know Facebook, because I think it's really effective. And really, like, you don't need to do tons of other social media. Like, if you know how to do one thing and you know how to do it well, that's all you really need to start getting paying clients. So I think it's much better to do one thing and do it well than to kind of spread your message everywhere and to not really know what you're doing when it comes to using social media. So those would be my biggest recommendations when it comes to getting paying clients and using online marketing. Do you guys have any questions about that? We have a small little crowd today, but if you guys watch the replay too, because I know you guys are going to find this helpful and answer your questions about online marketing. So if you catch the replay and you have questions, let me know as well. Like I said, I understand that online marketing can be super intimidating in the beginning, and now it's something that I love. Like, I'm not gonna say I always love it, but I love a lot of it, and I'm always trying new things and continuing to learn what works the best, so that then I can come and share it with you guys and teach my clients, what works the best. Because the thing is too, like, Facebook and social media is always changing all the time. And so things that work one day sometimes aren't working the next day. So we always have to be on top of it and continuing to learn really what's working best in the marketplace. So that's what I had for you guys today. Hold on, Molly, I have to see what you're saying. Yeah, Molly is saying you learned so much because me and Molly work together, how to reach out to your ideal clients, which is awesome. Yeah, and you're awesome at doing that. So Julie's asking, is online marketing the first place I should go to market? And actually, that's a really good question. It actually isn't. Like, typically, I do generally recommend starting with your warm market, right? Like, because our warm market is the people who already know us, already have connections with us. And for a lot of us, there is potential to get clients there. Like, I do not recommend working with your friends and your family, like your good friends and your family, because it's weird, awkward. Like, the coaching relationship just doesn't work very well if you have that like really personal connection with people. So, but it could be like friends of friends or friends of family, or, people that your friends recommend to you. So I do walk people through this in my program. So Julie, you'll get to that. But it is a step that we take. So, because it can be a great first source of clients, but it's limited, right? Like, our network is limited. So then we need to look at the online marketing, which is great for reaching beyond your warm market and really getting you out there in a way that's sustainable over the long run, so that you can continue getting those clients. But yes, I do actually recommend tapping into your warm market first, because there can be clients there. They already know you, like you, trust you. And so it's like a much easier, I want to say like sell, but it's just, they're much more likely to be like, yeah, let's do this. Or if it's a friend like recommending you to someone else, like you already have that trust factor. So referrals are always like the best, right? Because it's just like, if you think about it, if you're being referred by someone that you trust, like, there's less, you feel more sure about it, or there's less of a risk there. So that's always a good place to start before you even dive into the online marketing, or starting to set up the online marketing while you're reaching out to the people you're already connected with. Yeah, you haven't dived into the Facebook marketing yet. Yeah, you're just at the very beginning, but you'll get there soon enough. So don't worry. Yeah. And friends and family, like you don't want to go there. It's too challenging. It's weird. It's awkward. Like it doesn't work very well. People don't get good results. Like may not show up to their calls. The money part gets weird. So, if it's like an acquaintance or someone you don't know super well, like I think you can work with those people. But if it's like a really good friend or family member, I typically recommend not going there. So, all right. Any other questions, anyone, about online marketing, getting clients online, any of that good stuff? And if not, and you catch the replay, let me know. Like I said, like online marketing, it was definitely like a huge learning curve for me, but I have done a lot of training in it and I've learned a lot of really awesome things. It's all the stuff that I teach my clients. I really give my clients like a step-by-step process to go through and set these things up. So getting clear on your ideal client and your messaging, knowing how to get in front of the people who are looking for what you have to offer, using Facebook marketing, starting to build up a community of people using things like a Facebook group, how to get people onto a call through the content that you're putting out there in your messaging, and then how to convert people on the call to an actual paying client. I go through all these things step by step, teach you how to do it, give you examples, scripts, like all that good stuff. So if that's something that you want to learn more about and you want to use online marketing in your business and you don't know how to get started, I would love to talk to you about it, and I would invite you to sign up for a free call with me, and we can go through like how you can do this in your business, and we'll talk about it, and I'll show you like what the steps are that you can take to make this happen. So I will put a link for you to sign up for a free call below this video, and you can click on that and sign up. So if no one else has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Hold on, I'm going to just type in the call link here. So I just put the link if you want to sign up for a free call with me in the comments. So it should be the first comment. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you everyone who joined me live. I love talking about this stuff. Online marketing can be fun if you know what you're doing and you do it in a way that's effective. If you find that you're spinning your wheels and are super frustrated with it, just know it doesn't have to be that way. Like you can spend literally months, years, like doing online marketing and not getting any results from it, or you can like know what actually works and have a plan in place and get results in weeks, if especially in weeks to months, like a couple months, like 2 months, 1 to 2 months. So it doesn't have to even take a long time. But that's really about, having all those pieces in place and really knowing like what the sales funnel is, like the whole plan. Because if you're missing pieces, it's not going to work for you. So, hey Pri, you missed it. Yeah, you'll have to catch the replay. And if you have any questions, let me know. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. It's cool here in Colorado. I'm wearing a sweater, if you can see that. And I'm actually moving tomorrow, so you'll no longer see this lovely photo that I have behind me that I actually tried to take off the wall, but it was like stuck. So, but I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll talk to all you guys soon. Bye.